Now we will understand how to use and set different cursor. In your game application, if you want to create some animated cursor, then you can also do that. So there are different functionalities present in Pygame. So one of them is cursor functionality. So in this program, we are going to create a cartoon cursor. So let's start and understand how to create a cursor. So I'll give name cartoon cursor. Now you can create any shape of cursor. You can either download an image and you can make cursor of that image, or you can just create your own image in Paint. You can download it and you can use it as a cursor. So if you want to use some image as a cursor, then I have downloaded one image here, which is star, and another I have downloaded the image of penguin. You can also create cursor. If you want to create a cursor, then you can do like this. You have to open the Paint application, and in that you can create your icon and then just download it in the JPG or PNG format and use it. I'll show you that part also, but now I have already downloaded one image which is star and I'm going to use that now. The first step is basic. You have to import certain libraries. So we will import Pygame, then system, then we will also import all the local libraries from the Pygame. Now the second step is initialization of the module. Here we are going to initialize our game application. So pygame.init. So in this way our game is initialized, or all the modules in the Pygame is initialized. So if you want to use all the modules in the Pygame, then this is the best method to initialize any module. Or you can also initialize the specific module by writing pygame dot the name of the class dot init method. The next important step is we are going to create a screen. We want display, and on that display we will animate the cursor. Okay, so we will create a screen now. So create display, and you are going to create a screen. To create a screen, we have functionality which is pygame dot display, pygame dot display dot set mode. And here you have to pass the width and height of a display screen. So either you can pass it as a tuple, or you can create a separate tuple for it and then you can pass the variable here. I am directly creating a tuple here, and the size is 1000 by 500. You can create display size. You can set parameter as per your need. Okay, so you can also create a small window, big window. So as per your need, you just set the parameters. Now I am going to create a cursor using some image. So first thing is I'll load image. So I will load image. So let's take image. I have downloaded one image and which is star shaped. So just load the image. So to load the image, we will use the method which is pygame.image.load. And here you have to pass, you can directly pass the name of image as well, or you can pass this variable img. So pass the variable img. Now we have completed with the initialization section. We have imported libraries, we have initialized all the modules in the Pygame. Then we have created a display and we have also loaded the image which is required. The next step is we are going to create a while loop, and all the game logic will be written in this while loop. So whatever operations we will perform, so basic or the game logic, main game logic will be written in this main game loop. So generally we will start with while not false. So this loop will run until this value changes. Not false means true. Okay. Now, first of all, we need to check whatever the events are happening. So we have to keep track of all the events which has happened. So to keep the track of the event, we have the event queue. In that event queue, all the events are logged one after the another in a sequential manner. These events are checked one by one, and based on that, the actions are taken. For example, if you are just hovering a mouse on the screen, it means that some event is happening. So the coordinates of the mouse are returned. Or if you have just closed the window, so that is also one of the event. So there are different events which takes place, and based on these events, the event queue is created, and in that event queue, the events are logged one after the another. So you have to check which event has happened according to the sequence, and based on that, you have to take the actions. The first one is if someone just shuts down the program. So in that case, we have to write some code to quit the application. So the event type is quit event. Okay. So we will check all the events in the event queue with the help of a for loop. So this for loop will iterate all the events, and to get all the events, we will use pygame.event.get method. Now for event in pygame.event.get method. So this pygame.event.get method will return the event queue, and all the events in the event queue are iterated with the help of the for loop. Now let's check the type of event. So if event.type is equal to quit, type of event is quit, then we are going to quit the application, and all the modules which are initialized before are uninitialized. So pygame.quit basically uninitializes all the modules. Okay. This is not the event which is triggered. Then we will proceed with our game logic, and we will write the code now. Now we want to create a screen, and on that screen, we want to create a cartoon cursor. To create a screen, we have already created a display. Now we will set a color for that screen. So to set a background color, there is a method which is known as fill method. So screen.fill, and just write the name of the color, but first you have to initialize that. If you want to skip that step, then just pass the RGB values for the tuple. I want to set white background. So RGB values are 255, 255, 255. So this is the RGB value